Here today, okay, we are going to learn about pharmacy and therapeutic committee. Okay. We have gone through various topics earlier, okay, where we have done the formulary, okay, community pharmacy management, hmm, and drug distribution system in hospital. Okay. Then the community pharmacy again, adverse drug reaction, hospital pharmacy and its organization, working function of that hospital. Okay, so in that, uh, this pharmacy and therapeutic committee, okay, it is going to play a very important role. Okay, because see, in the hospital, large number of drugs are available for treatment of diseases, and the use of many of these drugs is complex. Okay, every time, whatever we are using the drug, okay, that is not selective, okay, that is not going to affect that particular organ, or we can say like it is not selective. Okay, once you are using like radiation, so radiation they are not going to use, going to target only the cancer cell. They are going to kill those who are healthy also. Okay, like the same in case of antibiotics also. They are not going to select, okay, those who are infected, or those who are, you can say, the bacteria. Okay, so they are going to kill whatever in their root. Okay, so the use is not so easy and so simple. Okay, so the use of drug is a complex process, and there are a large number of drug we are using. Okay, so how to use that drug? Okay, then some instructions, okay, guidelines. So for this, okay, this pharmacy and therapeutic committee is going to play a very vital role. Okay, so it is going to give uh, like which kind of drug is going to be used in the hospital. Okay, so this is the role of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So they are going to maximize the rational use of drug, okay, in the hospital. So they are going to ensure a proper rationality in the use of this drug. Okay, so this is we can say that it is the function of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So what is this committee actually, and what they are going to do? Okay, so we are going to learn here. So the pharmacy and therapeutic committee is primarily, it is a policy framing and recommending body of the hospital, we can say, and they are going to give a recommendation, advice, okay, to whom? To the administration of hospital. So whatever the guidelines, whatever the instructions, okay, are given, so that are given to these, we can say, like the administration of the hospital, and the administration of hospital is going to implement that thing. Okay, so it is the responsibility. Whose responsibility? The administration of that hospital. Okay, what is their responsibility? So whatever the, we can say that, recommendations, suggestions are given by this pharmacy and therapeutic committee, so they have to implement that. Okay, so they are going to give the suggestions regarding like practice of drugs. Okay, regarding the treatment. Okay, like admission process. Okay, then discharge process. Okay, so they have got any some kind of suggestions. Okay, so they are going to suggest to the administration. So the administration is going to implement. Okay, they have found that, okay, if we are doing in this way, so it is going to give a benefit to the patient also and to the hospital also. So in such a case, these we can say that the suggestions are going to be implemented by this hospital. That is, suggestions are given by the pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So it is the role of that PTC. Okay. Next, if we see here, so it is the advisory group. The advisory group means what they are going to give. So they are going to give advice, okay, to whom? The medical staff, okay, to the nurses, to the pharmacists, okay, those who are working uh, other than this, okay, like some lab technicians are there, okay, uh, other technicians are there. It may be not the part of directly we can say this medical services, like clerk are there, okay, again these finance people are there, okay, those who are looking for the collection. Hmm? So they can give advice to them also, okay. So this is we can say that the work of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. The committee consists of, the committee कोणाकोणाची बनलेली असते. So the committee consists of physicians, okay, mainly their role is going to play by physicians. After that there are pharmacies, okay, and some other health professionals are also there, and some representatives from this we can say like this hospital staff, okay. So it is the body of medical staff and administration of hospital. So they are going to recommend the matters related therapeutic use of drug. So they are going to give the recommendation, okay, uh, which types of drugs, okay, should be going to be used in the hospital, okay, which drugs are not used in the hospital. They have to make the policies, okay, if the patients are bringing the drug from outside, so what to do in that case? Patient is having some medications, okay, previously, so how to uh, work in that condition, okay. So these all we can say that the instructions are given by this PTC. So there are some objectives of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So this committee is going to give, especially going to play three main functions. That first function is advisory, second function is educational, and third function is drug safety and adverse drug monitoring. Okay. So in this, the first function is advisory role. Okay. The committee recommends the adoption of policies or assist in the formulation of like a broad professional policy regarding the evaluation, assess, okay, selection, and this therapeutic use of drugs in hospital. Okay, so whatever the drugs they are going to use in the hospital, so regarding that drug, evolution असेल, सिलेक्शन असेल, कोणते ड्रग आपण वापरले पाहिजे, ठीक आहे, थेराप्युटिक यूज असेल, okay, for various treatment they are going to use the drug. So in this case, which kind, okay, कोणकोणत्या प्रकारचे ड्रग तिथे यूज केले पाहिजे, okay. So that information is given by the hospital and therapeutic this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So here in this role again there is the committee serve in the advisory capacity. So what is the uh, role of this committee is, so it is to advisory capacity, means they are going to give some advices to the medical staff, administration, okay, in all matters regarding pertaining to the use of the drugs, कोणते drugs वापरले पाहिजे, again include the investigational drugs. तर आपल्याला काही क्लास आहेत ड्रग्सचे, त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला हे कळणार आहे की इन्व्हेस्टिगेशनल ड्रग्स म्हणजे काय आहे, ओके. So it makes a recommendation concerning the drugs to be stocked. कोणकोणते ड्रग्ज आहेत की जे हॉस्पिटलमध्ये स्टॉक असणं गरजेचं आहे, ओके. देन हॉस्पिटल पेशंट केअर एरिया, ओके, पेशंट केअर एरियामध्ये कुठले ड्रग असायला पाहिजे, कुठले ड्रग नसायला पाहिजे, ओके. कारण some drugs are having some restriction in their usage. Okay, like आपण बघतो की those drugs like benzodiazepine. Okay, so those drugs, okay, directly going to affect on the CNS now. So these drugs are not easily available. Okay, so they are to be used only after, we can say that, like proper recommendations. There are 2 3 barriers. Okay, they are going to check by the pharmacist, okay, then nurses, then only such kind of drugs are going to be used. Hmm? Then committee advises the pharmacy for the implementation of effective drug distribution and control and purchase. Okay, so whatever this drug distribution is done, okay, that is done by the pharmacy. So the pharmacy and therapeutic committee, they are going to be work with mainly in these 2 areas, where whatever the guidelines regarding issuing of drugs is given to the physician, and whatever the guidelines are given to the pharmacist regarding the use of that drug. In that use, there are the 3 main areas, like purchase of that drug. The next is stocking of that drug, and after that there is a dispensing of that. So these 3 areas where the pharmacists are going to look. So they are going to be advised by this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. Are you getting my voice clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Then next is educational use. So what is this educational use? Okay, so here in the educational use, the committee recommends or assists, okay, in the formulation of this function designed to meet the need of professional staff, okay, like the physicians, nurses, pharmacists, and other healthcare operations, for the complete and current knowledge of these matters related to drug and their use. Okay, so it is an ongoing process. Barabar? The way we are using the COVID vaccine nowadays, so whether it was exist before this past year, it is not in existence. Okay, whatever the guidelines regarding the use of such kind of a new drugs or vaccines are there, so they are issued by the authorities. Okay, after that, it is the role of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee to educate these all people, okay, like those who are physicians, pharmacists, and the nurses and all, regarding the use of that particular drug. Okay, how to be used, where to be stored, what should be the conditions. Okay, so while dispensing, okay, तुम्ही जर पाहिलं तर वॅक्सिनेशन सेंटर मध्ये, तर इमिडिएट ज्याला ते डोस द्यायचा आहे वॅक्सिनचा, तर बिफोर 1 मिनिट तुमचं त्या आधार सोबत लिंकिंग आहे, ऑनलाईन लगेच तिथं तुम्हाला डोस दिलेला आहे याची एंट्री दे आर गोइंग टू डू ऑन दी सेंट्रल पोर्टल. Okay, and after immediate your that registration, they are going to give you the vaccines. They are not going to escape a single person, those who have taken the vaccine or those who have not taken the vaccine but registered. So there is no any, we can say that, like such kind of situation. So they are doing all this, okay, in a very systematic manner. मग ते जे काही systematic operations are, so who has instructed for that? Okay, so who has given the guidelines for that? So that guidelines are made by central government, but that guidelines are perfectly implemented everywhere. Okay, so that is the responsibility of the PTC. So to implement each and every guideline everywhere in the same manner. Okay, and to give education about that. Okay, so कोणाला द्यायची, कोणाला नाही द्यायची, बिलो 18 ला नाही द्यायची, तर ते कसं करणार? सो दे आर गोइंग टू यूज द आधार. सो ऑन द आधार दे आर गोइंग टू गेट ईच अँड एव्हरी डिटेल. म्हणजेच एखादा 18 एज वाला जर असेल, तो जर तिथे गेला, तर बाय चेकिंग ऑन दॅट आधार लिंक्ड, वी कॅन से दॅट portal, immediately they are going to come to know that, okay, whether the person is above 18 or below 18, or the 18 age is running. So they are going to analyze on that. Okay, so this is the part of education. Okay, that education they have given to this uh, physicians, pharmacists, and nurses. Next is drug safety and adverse drug monitoring. Okay. Like the use of this vaccine. Okay, we have got many cases. Okay, they have reported that they are getting such kind of different kind of adverse effect. Okay, so in such case, okay, to regarding this drug safety and adverse monitoring, what kind of advance and increases, okay, of each new class of this therapeutic agent, जेव्हा आपण काय करतोय, न्यू क्लास ऑफ थेरप्युटिक एजंट यूज करतो, त्याचा स्कोप आहे. ओके, द नॉलेज अँड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी of the hospital pharmacist is to increase the proportionality along with the use. Okay, it's a not use, it's a increase the responsibility to divulge him with the moral, legal, and professional obligation, ensuring the safety and handling administration of drugs. So here, what they are going to do? So it is the responsibility of pharmacists. Okay, it is not instructed to give the dose, okay, to the below 18 person. So it is the responsibility of pharmacists. It should not be given. When the vaccination is open only for the above 60, at that time, it is the duty of those who are working there that it should not be given those who are below 60. So it was decided that it was the, we can say that it is the plan, or it was decided by government. So it is the duty of those all who are working over there. So it should be followed. Then if they have got any kind of this adverse effect, so that adverse effect must be noted, that must be communicated, and it is followed each and every guideline. Okay, so that is what we can say that it is the, in case of the drug safety. Okay, so first they are going to follow that they are using the uh, following the rational use of drug. So the drug is given to those only, those for those only who are recommended. The next is the tendency is perhaps due to the fact that the pharmacy accident resulting in the serious injury or death of the patients are relatively infrequent. Okay, even though there are the accidents are infrequent, means they are not happening very frequently. But then also, it is the responsibility of those who are working in that area. The physicians are there, pharmacists and nursing staff. Okay, so it is their responsibility follow this adverse drug monitoring, and to avoid such kind of incidents, the drug safety and this adverse monitoring is very useful. If you are not going to monitor, if it is not going to be uh, we can say that followed the instructions, then such kind of incidences are happening. Okay, so we have also got the news like instead of COVID, okay, for the 2 or 3 women, okay, they have given the rabies vaccine. Okay, so why these kind of things are happening? Okay, instead of this COVID, they have given the rabies vaccine. because the instructions are not followed. Okay, what they are doing, they don't know. They are not alert in that situation. Okay, maybe there are some patients, and they have prescribed this. You can say that rabies vaccine. Okay, but they have given to someone else. Okay, surely that person have got instruction. Okay, like that you have to give the rabies vaccine. But it is his duty, okay, to check whether who is the person from for whom it is prescribed. नाहीतर यांना सांगितलं की तुम्हाला रेबीज वॅक्सिन द्यायची तर समोर येईल त्याला रेबीज वॅक्सिन द्यायची असं नाही सांगितलं. So it is like that. You have to check. You have to be alert. You have to cross verify all the things. Then you have to give it. Okay. So this is what we can say. This is the uh, objectives or the role, okay, of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So the next is the organization. So how these committees form? So the PTC, they are going to work in the hospital. Okay. So no doubt there are only the persons, okay, those who are from the hospitals are going to be engaged in this committee. Okay. So here we are going to look the organization of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So in this PTC, at least, okay, 3 physicians are there. PTC consists the members and committee. So in that committee, there should be a minimum 3 physicians should be there. The next is a pharmacist. There should be a one, okay, at least one pharmacist should be there. The next is the nurse representative. Okay, they are working in the hospital, so the representative from these nurses, okay, one should be there, and one member from this hospital administration committee. So those who are going to manage the function of hospitals. Okay, so there are the committee of this hospital administrator, and from that hospital administrative committee, one member should be here. Okay. Next is the chairman should be appointed from among the physician representative. Okay. So from these 3 physicians, one should be appointed as a chairman. The next is the secretary. Okay. The secretary of this committee, this should be the pharmacist. The pharmacist should be the secretary of the committee. The next is this committee have to take the meeting. Okay. So at least 6 meetings per year. They have to give or they have to conduct, sorry, they have to conduct 6 meetings per year. Okay. So it is the question for your MCQ also. How many meetings they are going to conduct? Okay. The next is the agenda should be prepared by secretary. Who is the secretary? Secretary is the pharmacist. Okay, so there are number of MCQs can be framed in this one paragraph or this one slide. Okay, who is the secretary of this PTC? Okay, who is going to prepare the agenda of this PTC? Okay, the next is uh, the meeting. Okay, when they are going to conduct the meeting. Okay, when the sufficient members are available. Okay, and the agenda is delivered with sufficient time before that committee or the committee members. Okay, it is not like that just today they have given the agenda and in the afternoon they are going to conduct the meeting. So this would not be happen. The next is secretary should prepare the minutes of this meeting. Whatever discussion is done, okay, in that meeting, that should be noted by the secretary, means the pharmacist. the recommendation of committee shall be presented to the medical staff, okay, for its adoption or recommendation. So whatever the discussion is happened, that discussion is converted into some points, okay. So that points are kept in front of, we can say that these people, okay, those who are administration committee of that hospital. So after that, okay, this medical staff and this administration committee, okay, so they are going to decide whether the recommendations are needed to be uh, implemented, or they are forwarded for more clarity, refining of that particular uh, recommendations. Okay, so this is what the committee is working. So here there is a structure, like there are medical staff, okay, like physicians, they are the chairman of the committee, the co-chairman if there, there is a co-chairman, that the co-chairman is from the physician only. Director of that committee, so who is the director of that committee? The hospital administrative, okay, those who are from the administration, okay, those will be uh, are the director of this committee. Then the secretary, the pharmacist will be the secretary, and the representative from this nursing staff, okay. Then next is, these becomes to form pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So there are various subcommittees, okay. So if needed, then there will be the subcommittee. There is a no need, so then subcommittees are not been formed, okay. It is not like that, it is the shown in the diagram, so the committee should be there. So it is not like that. So if there is a need, then only they are going to be, committee is they are going to be made. Otherwise they are not going to form this committee here. So the next is the functions and the scope of pharmacy and therapeutic. So what are the functions and scope? So this main role of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee is to develop the formulary system, that is the hospital formulary. So the hospital formulary, it is the we can say that it is the handbook, okay, it is the uh, like a list of the drugs, okay, it is given in the formulary. So many of you have written something else in the first test, okay, ISC. So the PTC develops and complies, okay, these approvals for the different, we can say that, drugs, okay, those should be going to be used in the hospital, or they are not going to be used in the hospital. So it is decided by the pharmacy and therapeutic committee. The next is the medical staff, okay, adopt the formulary to need of the individual hospital. So whatever this formulary is designed by this pharmacy and therapeutic committee, so there are physicians and all, so they are going to discuss on the use of some particular drugs, okay, and they are going to decide whether these drugs are going to be used or not used in the hospital. Then next is the committee promotes the rational therapeutic and uh, rational therapeutic use of the drug, and they are going to be prevent the duplication, waste, and confusion. Okay. So sometimes, okay, so unnecessarily the drugs are going to be used unnecessarily. Some uh, number of drugs, okay, with the same categories are to be used in the hospital. If they are having the different cost, okay, so it is going to increase the treatment cost of that particular patient, okay, to instead avoid this duplication. Okay, if the from one category, if one drug is there, so that should be used, okay, for their own. There should not be the duplication of the drug, okay, so there should not be the wastage of the resources, okay, drugs and some instruments, okay, even those space, that is also a resource. If you are not going to store the uh, medicines or the whatever the products you are having in the hospital, that store, if you are not going to manage the space in the wards, okay, space in these ICUs, okay, so there they are going to if there are a space for 4 bed and you have not uh, used that space optimally, so there will be only 2 or 3 beds can be placed, okay, so there is a loss of one bed in that room, okay, so there will be a loss of hospital, okay, to treat that one patient. They will not get the income from that, okay, if they are not going to use the space properly. So the resources, okay, they are going to be used very precisely. They are also going to develop the policies regarding the drug safety, okay, so how that drug should be used, okay, so they are going to decide the policy, they are going to give instructions, okay, as per that instructions they are going to use the drug in the hospital. Next is the committee recommendations are adopted by medical staff. Whatever the uh, recommendations are made by the medical staff, okay, that recommendations are adopted by medical staff. It is also checked by like committee or the we can say that this members, those who have appointed for the checking, okay, whether the instructions are followed or not followed. Okay, so it is also like the feedback system is developed, whether these recommendations are followed or not. Then formulary is subjected to this constant review and revision. Formulary is not like that. Like once it is prepared, so they are going to be used for years and years. Okay. So the formulary is the continuous process. Okay. In this year, if it is made, so in the next year they are going to review on that. So if they have found in this year, okay, some drugs are they have added in the formulary, but they are not that much suitable or that not they are that much effective. They are going to produce kind of adverse drug reaction and all. So such kind of drugs, okay, the committee is going to have their meetings, and in that meetings they are going to discuss, okay, whether to keep that drug in the formulary or not. Okay, uh, Jama, the committee, okay, the committee is going to have their meeting. Okay? As we have learned, 6 meetings they are going to conduct in the year, and in that meeting, if they are they are discussing every meeting by meeting. If they are going to find that any particular drug is producing some kind of adverse effect, so they are going to put a marker on that use of that drug. So in the every upcoming meeting, they are going to share their use and their we can say that whatever the findings they have got. Hmm? If they are frequently getting the adverse drug reactions regarding that particular drug, so in the next we can say that year, while preparing this formulary or while revising the formulary, they are going to add or they are going to remove such kind of drugs. If they found that any particular drug is important, it is that should be used in the treatment in the hospital, but only that drug is not in the formulary, and that is why they are unable to use. Okay, so in such cases, they are going to uh, implement, or they are going to add, okay, that particular drug into the formula. The next is formulary is subject, okay, that is the constant review and all. Then committee minimizes the duplication of this some like some basic drug and product. So there are number of drugs, okay, those who are having the same category, okay, so there is no need to use the drug from each company in the hospital. So it is not like that. So they are going to uh, avoid the duplication of drug in the hospital by removing that particular drug in the formula. They are going to minimize the cost of the treatment, and they are going to minimize the duplication of drug also. The next is committee is going to help develop the training programs for the professional staff in the hospital. Okay, so continuous education is required. So whoever be there who is working, even though they are physicians, pharmacists, or the hospital staff, they need continuous education. So for that, the training programs are required. Such training programs are, you can say that like it is done, or it is arranged by this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So in this training program, they are going to have, okay, some we can say that like some the experts, okay, from that particular department or that particular specialization, and they are going to discuss, like if we consider the example of vaccines. So if it is decided that they are going to use the COVID vaccines in the hospital, okay, so everybody is new to that, so they are going to uh, arrange the lectures of the expert. So the expert is going to answer the queries of these doctors, pharmacists, and nurses regarding that use of vaccine. Next is committee is going to study problem related to the drug administration. If there are any problems are there regarding the administration of the drug, okay, the distribution of the drug, okay, they are having or they have got some uh, drug reaction, okay, in the stocking of that particular drug, okay, they have got pharmacist is having some issues, okay, so in case of the use of that particular drug, so they are having some issues, so that issues are put in the front of the committee during the meeting, and that issues are discussed and solved by the pharmacy and therapeutic committee. The next is committee is going to advise the pharmacy regarding the drug distribution and control procedures. Okay. So whatever the distribution and control procedures are used by this uh, pharmacy in the hospital, that are monitored, or we can say that that are inspected by this formulary and therapeutic committee. And if they are found some uh, useful, some changes, if they have found, like if they got some points that should be changed, okay, uh, in this pharmacy in the drug distribution, like if they have physically visited and they have got that there is no space to sit for the patients, okay, the patient, if the patient is coming for the refilling of his this prescription, and he must have to wait for a long time in a queue, and there is no any chairs and all, so they will suggest to that like pharmacist to keep some benches over there. Okay, so during this we can say like refilling of the prescriptions. Okay, so now to make available like digital payment ways. Okay, so it will help them to uh, quick, we can say that the refilling. Okay, it is going to how to reduce, okay, the prescription and delivery time during this heavy, or we can say that peak hours. Okay, so this pharmacy and therapeutic committee is going to give some suggestions, so that suggestions are implemented. The next is committee study and review adverse drug reactions occurring in hospital. If any adverse drug reaction has happened, okay, that should be properly registered. That should be communicated, okay, to the higher authorities, and uh, these kind of adverse drug reactions are studied by or reviewed by this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. They are going to study in the all angles. Okay, why is such kind of adverse drug reaction has happened? Okay, because of this patient have taken some kind of a food. Okay, because some drugs are already administered, and immediate after that particular given or administration of that drug, any particular drug have used, and because of that they have got some adverse drug reactions. Okay, so they are going to check in all these manner. Okay, so this is of about the function and scope of PTC. Okay, in the whatever the next points we are going to have like PTC and formulary. Okay, the addition of the formulary and deletion and some other points are there. So then these are we are going to done in the next session. So I'm going to stop this session here. Okay.